Fighting back against the state, North Carolina Representative Madison Cawthorn is pushing back against an effort to keep him off the next ballot. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Alicia Barnes.
And I'm Brian Blakely. A group of voters is challenging Cawthorn's candidacy based on his involvement in the January 6th Capitol riots.
Well, just filed in a federal lawsuit, Madison Cawthorn says this is unconstitutional. So the big question right now is, does either side have a valid claim? Let's bring in our chief legal correspondent, Seema Iyer.
Yeah, and Seema here, can the Board of Elections here keep him off the ballot?
They absolutely can. And people just keep asking me, like, they're so shocked. Hello, there are actual requirements to being a candidate anywhere, right?
Right.
You have to be 25 years old. You have to be a resident of the state. You have to be a United States citizen. But what they're specifically pointing to is this challenge where you question someone's candidacy based on reasonable suspicion or belief that the candidate does not meet the constitutional or statutory qualifications for the office. So we just talked about the statutory qualifications. Let's talk about the Constitution. Specifically, these groups are saying that he is violating Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which basically says nobody can hold public office if they have engaged in insurrection or rebellion. Now, this is very interesting because you only need reasonable suspicion. And you may have heard that term before. It's more like probable cause. It's not beyond a reasonable doubt. So it just basically says if you have some basis of fact to believe that he engaged in either of these acts, and we're talking about, of course, January 6th, then you have a right to challenge his candidacy. Now, this provision, the Section 3, 14th Amendment, it's super interesting because it actually can be overruled by 2/3 vote each House of Congress. So that's his chance with that.
All right, so there's a lot to process. Yeah. There's a lot to process with this. I don't want to rush
I know you thought it was easy.
Right,
it never is with me.
But when you look at Cawthorn's lawsuit against the Board of Elections, is this a countersuit, and does he have a valid claim?
Well, that's exactly what I thought. But no, this is like, and I wish I had a traffic analogy today, because it's like instead of going down this road, he's going down a completely other road. And what he's doing is he is filing his lawsuit in federal court. And basically what he's saying in federal court, and this is a very legal argument, he is saying that state law that I just told you all about, that state law is unconstitutional, number one. And number two, he's saying the North Carolina Board of Elections, they don't even have the authority to prevent him from running, which simply is just not true. But he could have a really interesting argument with that state law being unconstitutional. But bottom line here, guys, he's going to have to fight this in both courts. He can't just walk away from the state process to fight the federal process. So now he's got two cases, not just one.
With the election coming up soon.
With the election coming up.
It's kind of like can't run out the clock on this.
Okay, everybody's trying to run out the clock in North Carolina. Tomorrow we got redistricting going. Don't forget.
Sounds good. Seema Iyer, legal expert, on top of everything for us.